Have you ever looked at a friend or a coworker, someone who makes the same money as you, and just wondered, how are their finances so different from mine? One of you is thriving, maybe even on the path to being rich, while the other is just stuck. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and figure out exactly why that happens.
I mean, really think about it. You've got two people, let's say they both make 75 grand a year. 20 years down the line, one's a millionaire and the other is drowning in debt. So what gives? I'll tell you right now, it has almost nothing to do with the number on their paycheck. It's all about their habits, their mindset, and the tiny decisions they make every single day. And if you're thinking, well, if I just made more money, everything would be fine, you've got to see this. A 2024 study dropped a bombshell. A full one-third of people earning over $200,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. Let that sink in. This just proves it's not about how much you make, it's about what you keep. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. It really boils down to avoiding a few really common, really sneaky financial traps. We're going to break down the three biggest hidden habits that keep people broke, no matter how much is on their W-2. First up, the big one. Mistake number one. Lifestyle inflation. You know how this goes. You get a raise, and what's the first thing you do? You upgrade. A nicer car, a bigger apartment, more expensive dinners out. The problem is, your spending rises right along with your income, so you're spinning your wheels, never actually getting ahead. There's this fantastic analogy from the book The Millionaire Next Door. Think about your finances like a sports game. Your income, that's your offense. And yeah, a high income is a rock star offense. But your spending, that's your defense. And if your defense is weak, it doesn't matter how many points your offense scores, you're still going to lose the game. Building wealth is all about playing strong defense. All right, mistake number two, carrying way too much consumer debt. We're talking credit card balances, personal loans, and especially car payments for vehicles that are losing value the second you drive them off the lot. This kind of debt is like trying to climb up a down escalator. You're putting in the effort, but it's actively pulling you in the opposite direction. So let's make this real with a little story. Meet Graham and Humphrey. They both have the same $75,000 salary. But here's the difference. Graham is carrying a $5,000 credit card balance at a pretty typical 20% interest rate. Humphrey, on the other hand, is debt-free. He takes the $500 a month Graham is forced to pay on his debt and invests it instead. Now, you might think it's only $5 grand, but fast forward a few decades, the difference is absolutely staggering. That debt didn't just cost Graham $5,000, it cost him over $60,000 in lost growth. That's the wealth gap. A small, seemingly insignificant debt today creates a massive chasm between two futures. And the third major mistake is, honestly, just not paying attention, not having a clue where your money actually goes each month. It's so incredibly easy to just swipe and tap your way through the day, right? A coffee here, a subscription you forgot about there, it all adds up. And if you don't track it, you're basically flying blind. And get this, there's actually some wild science behind why we do this. MIT did a study where they scanned people's brains while they were shopping. When you pay with a credit card, the pleasure and reward centers of your brain light up like a Christmas tree. But here's the catch. There's almost no pain of payment because you don't physically see the money disappear. When you pay with cold hard cash, though, the pain signal is much higher. Your brain is literally wired to make you overspend with plastic. Okay, enough of the doom and gloom. We've seen the traps, now let's flip the script and talk about the solutions. Let's get into the three absolute core habits that are the blueprint for building real, lasting wealth. If there's one magic ingredient, it's this. The most powerful wealth-building tool you will ever have isn't some secret stock tip. It's time. Investing early, even small amounts, and doing it consistently unlocks the miracle of compound interest. That's when your money starts working for you instead of the other way around. Let's go back to our friends Graham and Humphrey for a second. In this scenario, Humphrey starts investing just $200 a month, $2,400 a year when he's 20. But here's the crazy part. He stops completely when he turns 30. He only invests for 10 years. Graham, on the other hand, waits until he's 30 to start. But he's diligent. He invests that same $200 a month for 35 straight years, right up until retirement at 65. So after all that, who has more money at age 65? It's not even close. Humphrey, who only ever put in $24,000 of his own money, ends up with over $630,000. Graham, who invested $84,000, more than 3 times as much, ends up with less. This is the ultimate proof that when you start is so much more important than how much you invest. That 10-year head start did all the heavy lifting. Okay, this next habit is so simple, it's brilliant. It's called pay yourself first. See, most people get paid, they pay their rent, their car payment, their bills, and then they try to save whatever's left over, which, let's be honest, is usually zero. Wealthy people just flip that equation. The very first thing they do on payday is automatically move money into their investment and savings accounts. They pay themselves before they pay anyone else.
And habit number 3 is all about understanding one simple distinction: the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. Think stocks that pay dividends or a rental property. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket, like that car loan we talked about. The simple goal is to use your paycheck to buy more assets and fewer liabilities. That's the whole game.
Now, we can talk habits and tactics all day long, but all of this is powered by something deeper. It's powered by your mindset. Your core beliefs about money are what truly drive your behavior. Your mindset is actually your single greatest asset. Think about it. Someone with a scarcity mindset is always operating from a place of fear. Their core belief is there's never enough, so they're afraid to invest because they might lose it all. But then you have the abundance mindset. These people believe there are always opportunities to grow and create more wealth. They see investing not as a risk of losing money, but as an opportunity to build a better future. All right, we've gone through the traps to avoid, the habits to build, and the mindset you need. Now, let's bring it all home. Let's make this super practical with a clear plan you can literally start using the second this is over. Here it is, your 4-step blueprint to get started. Step 1, make a plan. You got to know where your money is going, so create a simple budget. Step 2, aggressively eliminate that high-interest consumer debt. It's an anchor dragging you down. Step 3, invest purposefully and, most importantly, consistently. Automate it so you don't even have to think about it. And finally, the golden rule that ties it all together. Live below your means and invest the rest. Because if you take away just one single thing today, please let it be this. It's not about the size of your paycheck. It never was. Your financial future is determined by your discipline and your habits. It is all about what you do with the money you have. When you really get down to it, mastering your money is just a reflection of mastering yourself, your impulses, your patience, your priorities. So the question I want to leave you with isn't just about what you learned. It's about what you're going to do. What is the one habit, no matter how small, that you are going to change starting today?